Hello, Dallas. Welcome to this episode of Tap In Dallas, where we interview subject matter experts on various topics and subjects, and more importantly, how are they benefiting you, the residents of Dallas. Today, I am with the Jewish Family Service of Greater Dallas, and I'm with Ms. Gleason, who's going to talk to us about how their organization is benefiting the residents of Dallas. Ms. Gleason, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Welcome to the show. Now, tell us about your organization and how you all benefit the residents of Dallas.
Yeah, great. So we are a nonprofit organization that seeks to provide health services through physical, emotional, nutritional, and financial health to the Greater Dallas community. So our mission is to promote and provide services that help clients and patients with their overall well-being and self-sufficiency. And so we seek to really provide wraparound services to help people make really positive changes in their lives. So for example, if you're worried about putting food on the table, if you come into therapy and you're wanting to process some traumatic experiences or some really hard things, that's going to be a big barrier, right? And so we look at really every single person individually and determining, okay, what services can we provide to help them really take ownership and to make some really positive changes and differences in their life.
Awesome. So you taking a holistic approach.
Yes.
In dealing with the services, and you serve residents of Dallas no matter what their socioeconomic background is. And so tell us a little bit more about COVID. And during that time, I know the mental health issues were going through the roof with everyday people and the traumas that they was facing. I'd like to know more about how was your organization helping people deal with the traumas during COVID?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, like you said, even though we are a Jewish family service, we provide services to everybody in need, no matter background, ability to pay, things like that. And we really want to try to make sure that there's no barriers to services. So during the pandemic, we saw a pretty significant increase in services. Not only were we having more calls, but each individual was also needing more services. So, for example, they call intake and they're needing counseling for maybe a kid and for themselves, but they're also needing help with career coaching, and they need help with, they're having chronic medical conditions that are concerning and causing additional problems, and they're needing support with food pantry, right? And so one of the benefits is that COVID, I think, eliminated some of the barriers that people had in actually accepting help and recognizing it's okay to need help. Every single one of us needs help at times, right? And so we were honored and really privileged to be able to walk alongside individuals during that time to really help them meet their needs.
Right, because we know, like, everybody has traumas, no matter what your socioeconomic background is. What do you feel were some of the challenges during COVID with people not being accessible like they used to be face to face? How did your organization overcome those barriers?
Absolutely. So one of the, obviously my passion and love is mental health services, behavioral health services. And so we did see a pretty significant rise in individuals that were facing traumatic experiences, right? And we had that reduced stigma that people recognized, hey, like maybe they're coming in and they're saying, hey, I really need help with anxiety or depression, but really there's a lot of deeper rooted issues there. So one of our largest programs at Jewish Family Service is our family violence program. And so we really have been able to help make a difference in those lives of individuals that have had a recent trauma or have had a lifetime of trauma or even generational trauma that has been impacting them. And so we provide individual services for people. We can also provide family therapy, couples counseling, and also group support. So we have a men and women's trauma group that we were able to provide. So really our goal is to assess the individual needs of each of those individuals and then determine what support that they need to try to help them with their goal of healing and making some positive change.
Yeah, and I was reading on your website that even people that might need financial support, helping them get on their feet when things get tough and things get hard. And of course, as you know, the price of groceries are going up significantly. So tell us about the food pantry and how you're able to introduce other services that your organization provide.
Absolutely. So we have a wonderful food pantry that had to pivot during the pandemic to doing drive-up services, but we served even more individuals than we'd ever served before. And then we had a wonderful food pantry we got to move into. We worked with Toyota to really help create efficiencies there so we can serve more individuals. So our food pantry a lot of times is the front door for individuals that have had kind of chronic issues, right, that are really doing their best to try to make a difference in their lives and the lives of their families. And so through City of Dallas ARPA and some other partners, we're able to really say, hey, let's look at some financial assistance to help people really kind of get out of kind of those cycles of living paycheck to paycheck, or sometimes not even being able to make those needs and those ends meet. And so it's a really big and important piece of what we're doing here at JFS.
Right, because oftentimes people don't realize we do have a working poor and people that are trying to make ends meet. And I also noticed that you all are at multiple locations in Dallas, just not one location. So where all are you located?
Yeah, so we have our main office is in Arapahoe, so Montford and Arapahoe. And then we have 2 offsite counseling offices, one in Roseland, which is a DHA housing complex, and then also at Jubilee Park.
Okay, awesome. And I know healthcare. You know, a lot of people can't afford healthcare, and we was talking earlier about healthcare facilities that you all, services that you all provide for those who might be on Medicare or Medicaid that need help. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so we just opened about a month ago our first primary care clinic, and so it is off of 635 in Greenville. Okay. And it really provides consistent primary care services for individuals that are underserved. So specifically, we're looking at individuals that are on Medicaid or Medicare or don't have insurance. And so it's a beautiful building and a great additional piece of our puzzle. Really the missing piece that we had for a while to really provide that complete wraparound services.
Right. Awesome. You all are doing amazing work for the residents of Dallas and even greater than Dallas, right? Because I'm sure that you serve more than just the city of Dallas. You serve the DFW region,
yes.
Which is awesome. Yeah. How can people find out more about your organization, where to find you, and how to contact you?
Yeah, so the best probably way is through our website, which is jfsdallas.org, where it'll list all of the services that we have and kind of our comprehensive support that we're able to provide. Also, that'll provide our phone number where you can call, be transferred to intake, and they can help kind of send you out to the appropriate first step of what we can maybe do to help you.
Okay, awesome. Well, Dallas residents, as you can see, the Jewish Family Service of Greater Dallas is providing awesome resources for those who need help in mental health care, whether that's physical health care, and basically the overall quality of life of you as an individual. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the Jewish Family Service of Greater Dallas. And until next time, tap in.